What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Care to elaborate, Snakeskin?
Parents, season 8, parents, no John DeLant, parents, names, Rainbow Dash's dad's name is parents.
Dude,
the show never ceases to surprise me, man.
I know what you mean. Why don't you keep going? Let's see what you have to say.
Okay, for parents, the parents thing. That's what it's a flashback, which made me actually freak out less because originally I read the thing as, oh, Applejack's parents are gonna show up. I'm like, what?
And that would bring up a lot of loaded questions that even us would be like, really?
So that happens, and then. And then that's so far really the only thing they've revealed about season 7. Oh, and John Delancey may not show up again because apparently someone was like, "Hey, you showed up for season 7?" He's like, "I don't think so," which is stupid considering how awesome he was in the season 6 finale. Unless they're saving him for the movie, but like,
if they're saving him for the movie, then let him be in the movie.
No, let him be in the movie. That's not my problem. My problem is that you gave 6 of the most over characters in this fandom some dope screen time. And it's like, why wouldn't you take advantage of that? I'm sure Trixie's going to show up again. She's like a special guest reoccurring character by now.
Yeah, something like that.
So that's happening. The show got renewed for an 8th season, which I'm telling you, it's going to go just like Mystery Science Theater, where they do the first 7 seasons and then the movie, but then the 8th season, everyone gets pissed off at management, so there's going to be a whole bunch of casting changes. Fluttershy is going to be played by Terry Crews, and Rainbow Dash is going to be played by Rosario Dawson. And meanwhile, Twilight Sparkle is still going to be played by Tara Strong because Tara Strong will never not have work. But then they'll just have like Rarity played by Grey Delisle or something.
Oh gosh!
But Terry Crews needs to be Fluttershy. That's the only person that I will accept as a Fluttershy replacement.
There you go.
Just saying. And before we started this, I was like, I wonder if TV Tropes has anything for the movie or something. And yeah, they do. So let's kind of hit some bullet points here about that movie in order. So, hey John, what do you know about Capper?
Capper, as in, okay, this is the movie.
Nick Wilde's in the movie.
Anthropomorphic cat and reformed con artist. That's
Nick Wilde's
freaking
in the
funny.
Movie. Nick Wilde's in the movie, and if he's not played by Jason Bateman, actually, I'm pretty sure they've announced his voice actor. But if he's not Jason Bateman, then you know what? I will be severely disappointed because this sounds just like Nick Wilde from good old Zootopia. So,
well, it says it's he's voiced by Taye Diggs. I don't really know who that is, but
well, whatever. Then there's Emily Blunt's character, Tempest Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Who, people are like, ugh, she just looks like a crappy OC, which my thing is like, hey,
that's at least Emily. She doesn't look as bad as Sombra, my gosh.
Oh my god. What was Sombra again? He was like a unicorn rhino shadow.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's see here. Then there's the Storm King.
He looks interesting because of 2 things. One, he may look like Tyrek in his face, but he is not a centaur. And 2, that
he looks more like an abominable
outside
snowman.
of Iron Will, we actually have a bipedal character. Well, outside of him in Discord.
And here's a section under Broken Base. The fact that every new character they revealed right now is not a pony.
Except for one.
All these characters aren't new ponies. And like, that doesn't really bug me because, like I said, there's going to be 7 seasons in now. At this point, they could just build the equestrian world and introduce new races and kinds of creatures. So I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But people are saying that it makes My Little Pony, the title, look like an artifact title, even though wait. The premise involves the film has the main 6 leaving Equestria.
Something like that. We haven't given an official synopsis yet. It was a synopsis that was given many months before. I think it was back in like 2000 and early 2016, I
Oh,
think.
oh, and this is hilarious, and this is a little obscure, so this takes a minute to explain. There's an actress named Uzu Aduba, who you may know. I think she's from Orange is the New Black.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Oh my gosh. When you said that, I'm automatically thinking of Game Grumps Magoopa.
Oh my god. So let me put it to you like this. A long time ago on a Cartoon Network show far away, there was an episode from Steven Universe called Bismuth.
Bismuth?
It's a type of gem. It was a very controversial episode because, okay, so to make a long explanation short, you know how like the Steven Universe fandom are like the most SJWs of the SJWs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so check it. It was an African American character, actress playing a character, and the whole thing was she created the gems are these creatures where like you can kill them but you just poof them and their gem falls on the ground, but if you shatter them they're dead forever. Well, for a while their resistance on Earth had been doing just that. Well, Bismuth created a weapon that could shatter gems and end the war for good. Well, the show presented her as a bad guy for it, and they ended up bubbling her, not killing her, but bubbling her in the one episode she was in, and that drew some kind of controversy in the fandom. Apparently it was victim blaming, and there was like slavery metaphors and stuff, which you can't claim racism on Steven Universe because that's one of the most diverse casts in cartoon. Half the cast is Filipino, by the way. No Mexican.
Really?
Yeah, no Mexican voice actors or actresses. Just want to say hashtag Mexican erasure. Hashtag I really want some Manila right now. But yeah. So
Yeah,
she's in
go
the
into your
movie.
career as voice acting.
So she's in the movie, and not to mention that Bronies and the Steven Universe fandom kind of hate each other anyway. So because here's the thing, Steven Universe fans basically look at us like we're weird, and we look at them like they're a bunch of killjoys. So it's kind of like our rivalry with the furries, except it's a little different. Furries try to say they're not us, and we try to say we're better than furries. So
Something like that.
So that's interesting.
Oh boy.
There's
But I will say,
huh.
the character she is playing, she is the mother of Princess Skystar, who is a sea pony. We have confirmation of sea ponies.
I thought that was people just messing with me. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, people are a little pissed at Sony for apparently executive meddling. Check this. Sony had some script disagreements, so they brought some guy named Joe Ballerini in. And let's see here. Oh, here we go. Sony Pictures' involvement in the pre-production was confirmed because there was that Sony hack a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the same one that leaked the interview, and it revealed discussions between them and Hasbro over a deal. But disputes over creative direction, financial, and contractual stipulations had them fall apart. Sony wanted to make a deal with Hasbro, but the hack and fallout decided to lead to have Sony pull out. So check this out. Lionsgate, who, if I'm right, I think those are the Saw guys, stepped up and got Hasbro's back and helped them release the movie. Well, Sony's still pissed over the script, and they hired that Joe dude to help write the movie. But when the press release of the Lionsgate deal came out, that Joe dude was nowhere in there. So basically, so check this out. This is awesome. The movie's actually being co-written by someone named Rita Hisu, who worked on Toy Story 2 and Mulan.
Really?
So this movie, and never mind the fact that, Zoe Saldana, Michael Pena, Emily Blunt, and Liv Schreiber are in the movie. This already has a lot of good folks behind it. So that's it. There's nothing really to talk about season. Oh crap! There's really nothing to talk about season 7 related yet, because all we know about season 7 is parents. But it'll be interesting to finally meet Rainbow Dash's parents, because at least with Applejack's parents, they exposited. They at least told us that of how cool they were and stuff. But we don't know anything about Rainbow Dash's folks, other than Rainbow Dash's dad took her to the Black Parade once.
So this movie, one thing I want to say before we move on to the parents thing, is the animation style. It's not going to be in Flash. I don't remember the exact program that they're using, but this program, and it looks like Snakeskin's down on his luck again. I don't know why this keep happening, but the program that they are using is none other than the program.
Stevie, Friendship is Magic is so good that it makes me accidentally drop.
Something like that. But anyway, the program that they're using is the same one that that Dual Cartoonist uses. And if you don't know who that is, he's the guy who did Children of the Night and The Moon Rises. The two biggest, like, Disney-esque looking animations that this fandom has. And the fact that they're using that, I'm excited. Like, really excited about that. Because if you've seen those animations, they are fantastic.
Oh yeah, I'll easily agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So there's a few characters we missed in this movie. Princess Skystar,
which is the sea pony,
and then Queen Novo. More like
no idea who's that gonna be.
That's actually
is that our PBS character because of Nova?
Oh my god. Oh, then there's the Storm King, who we mentioned earlier. But then there's Gruber. And okay, Michael Pena's that guy. I see that dude everywhere these days. He's funny.
Yep.
Who else is in here? Songbird Serenade, played by Saya. You couldn't get anyone else. I think people still like the chick from Paramore. Or what about the chick from The Pretty Reckless? She's cool. What's Saya ever do? Let's see. Capper. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, Capper.
Is it wrong that I'm thinking that at the end of the movie, when we do the review of it, it's going to be like, Capper is quite dapper?
Oh my gosh. Captain Solano, which I don't really give a crap. All I know is that it's Zoe Saldana playing a pirate. I mean, yeah, it's not a human pirate, but it's Zoe Saldana, so let me see here. Oh, and Stratus Sky Ranger. He's a hippogriff.
See, that's the interesting thing. We're finally gonna have a canon hippogriff.
I don't know what a hippogriff. Hold on, let me look it up.
A hippogriff is basically what Silver Quill is.
You mean
Silver Quill is a hippogriff.
silver. Oh, dude, they look way more gnarlier than the griffins.
I know, right?
Dude, the first thing I get is mythical creature. No, Google, that's a majestic creature, like Arn Anderson.
Yeah, right.
Now there's a man's man. Okay, so that's the movie. You know, whatever it ends up being is whatever it ends up being. I'm excited. I'm gonna see it day one, and if it's good enough, I might see it day two. Then I could see it day 5.
Pretty much. Now, on to what people have been waiting for. Applejack's and Rainbow Dash's parents. Now, it's funny because
Don't do this to me, McCarthy.
now
What's going to be
let's
worse?
talk about their names before we talk about any story.
Oh yeah, please, please, please.
Rainbow Dash's parents. Their names are Windy Whistles and Bo Hot Hoof.
-5 stars.
Windy Whistles I actually like as a name though.
That's the mom?
Most likely, yes.
Okay, well that's fine. Oh wait, that's right. But Hot Hoof, that's just okay. Okay, did he really like his porn star name or something, or what's the deal with that, homie?
I wonder if Rainbow Dash would go up to him as a kid and just be like, "I'm hot on your hoofs."
I hate you. I'll never forgive you. Ever.
Now, Applejack, her parents' names are Bright Mac and Pear Butter, with a grandparent named Old Grandpear. Here's the thing. Thinking about this, pears and apples do not go together. Kind of like apples and oranges, but that's besides the point. They're saying in a flashback, Applejack's mother sings a song in the vein of Romeo and Juliet.
Which that begs me a question or two. On-screen death or implied off-screen death?
I have no idea because
they've
the show
already
hasn't gotten that dark yet.
They've already implied that they're dead in the first place. I mean, they would only really be confirming that moment where you realize Big Mac, Applejack, and Apple Bloom are basically the orphans from a series of unfortunate events.
Written by Lemony Snicket.
Written by Lemony Snicket. Oh my god, Lemony Snicket pisses me off. That whole book series pisses me off. Like, it's good, but it pisses me off. Ooh, ambiguity is good storytelling. And yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Lemony Snicket makes it work.
As we should probably hope, but
yeah, dude, the Netflix show is rad.
Really, I haven't seen it. The last thing of that series that I saw was the movie with Jim Carrey.
You know, I was hoping they'd get him back, but dude, Neil Patrick Harris kills it.
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris is in that.
Well, yeah. And Neil Patrick Harris can make those crappy Smurf movies look good. So,
and that's saying something too.
I'm telling you, that dude. Even if that dude's in a bad movie, he's not the worst part in the movie.
And it's funny because you look at what was it? One of the Harold and Kumar movies. He's just sitting on the back of a car, groping and kissing females, and it's just like. He's gay, but he's acting like a straight guy. That's some serious acting right there.
Oh, dude, it's even better in the Christmas movies where it's straight up just like, oh yeah, by the way, Neil Patrick Harris is pretending to be gay, and they have his actual husband in the movie. I'm like, I mean, Neil Patrick Harris is chill and everything, but I'm like, dude, that guy's a bro to let them do that.
Well, it's funny. There's an actual book that he wrote called The Bro Code.
The Bro Code. Dude, he's written like 2 or 3 books. I've actually gotten his autobiography. His autobiography is interesting, though. It's in second person. So it's not...
Autobiography in second person.
Yeah, he doesn't narrate it as I or me. It's you. So in the book, you're Neil Patrick Harris seeing it through his eyes.
That's kind of cool.
Dude, I never felt like such a man before until I saw the world through the eyes of that gay man.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it Neil Patrick Harris in the movie?
Anyway,
If they want a
we've
good
got
star power, if they want a good star power and to promote a message of diversity, just get Neil Patrick Harris.
Get Sia out of there. Get Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, but the dude can sing, he can act. It's who described it to me? It's basic. Someone basically told me Neil Patrick Harris has to be gay because if he wasn't, there would be no chicks left in this world that would want anyone that isn't him.
Pretty much.
Except maybe Edward James Olmos.
Or Orlando Bloom.
Or Antonio Banderas.
Or Johnny Depp in some instances.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, I'm stalling just because this news has been out for a few weeks, but I honestly don't know how to process half of it. Oh yeah, and it turns out that because we need to get to the Apple's family's names, turns out Applejack's dad was the orange. That honestly surprised me because especially if they're going for the Romeo Juliet thing, normally it's the impoverished guy going after the rich girl type thing, but at least if I'm to be expected with what they're going, it seems like it was the other way around, which that's an interesting take on it, and it should make. I feel like that'll make for a good story. Rainbow Dashes, I don't know. It's probably going to be. Well, her parent. I'm not saying her parents can't be dead, but her parents most likely aren't dead, so they'll probably physically. The only thing I can think of is that it's a two-parter. What maybe that's the season premiere of 8, where it's Applejack hanging out and with Rainbow Dash, and her parents show up, and it's a two-parter where like the two-parter is like Dash's parents hanging out, and then she also Applejack tells the story of her parents.
Well, considering how well where the apple lies happened, all in a flashback, we could have that as well.
I'd be okay. Well, the Applejack thing's going to work like that, but I think they'll do it all right.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. Because it's kind of funny because my fiance, her favorite is Applejack. And what's funny is when I told her the news about Applejack's parents and how they were going to be a Romeo and Juliet style singing number, she's just like her first word out of her mouth was like, finally. So it should be interesting.
I mean, yeah, it is about time, but I just like to think that gave them enough time to come up with a good story for it.
Yeah,
that's what I keep saying. Kingdom Hearts 3 excuses.
Yep. So hopefully in the coming months we'll get maybe next month, I don't know, we'll get something in animatics or whatever. But maybe not. We didn't have anything for season 6, did we? We didn't have any animatics or anything like that.
Not really. I mean, at least I can't. Yeah,
the last animatics we had was the season finale.
Yeah, immediately thinking about it, I can't really think. Well, either way, I think there's some people worried that the show is going through seasonal rot, and some are saying it is. I think that yeah, seasons 5 and 6 were 5 more than 6, but yeah, season 5 and 6 were a tiny bit more hit and miss than past seasons. But I don't think the show will ever suck. I just think it's gonna. I think it'll just be good. It may not be great, but I think it's still gonna be good.
With this amount of talented writers on there, I don't think it'll ever really suck. Because looking at look at shows like Family Guy and Simpsons, they haven't been good in years. But that's because they've had the same writers the entire time who started out just okay, but they picked up massive popularity because of their content.
Actually, to give Family Guy a little credit, they've been on a bit of a correction course for the last year. Their last few episodes have actually been really good.
Oh, really?
There was one they did where one of the Patriots linebackers moving behind Peter's house, and he's throwing all these crazy parties. And yeah, well, yeah, I won't. But yeah, that was really funny.
Well, yeah. So I'm excited for season 7 and the movie. If there's any animatics coming out, we'll do that. And again, if whenever season 7 comes around, we will have
April.
April. We will have season 7 on the weekends, the reviews on the weekends, and then hopefully on the one of the weekdays we'll have a retro review as well.
I don't know. April and March might be tough for me because in March, Samurai Jack season 5 comes out, and in April, the revival season of Mystery Science Theater 3000 comes out on Netflix. So I'm gonna be pretty nerd busy. Just throwing. Oh, and my band's also gonna be on a worldwide tour. I'm kidding. We're gonna be playing garages.
Well, there you go. So yeah, that's it from me, John.
And me, Snakeskin.
And we will talk to you guys later. By the way, throw down a comment. What do you think of the movie in season 7? Let us know. Be really awesome to hear from you guys. So, see y'all later. Peace out, Dragon.
Like Justifiable Treatment on Facebook.